Hey there everybody, and welcome back to the show. As always, I'm your host, Justin Archer, aka the Posture Guy, your #1 source on pain, posture, and performance. And joining me today from behind the camera is the lovely, the beautiful Anya Archer, aka the Posture Gal. Say hi, Anya.
Hello.
And today we're going to be sharing with you some posture alignment therapy tidbits. Now, what exactly is a tidbit? Well, a tidbit is a juicy morsel of information or corrective exercise goodness, if you will, that will help promote better posture alignment in your day and throughout your life. And today I want to group together 4 of them because individually I think they're too short for an individual post for themselves, but also too long for some of the videos I do each day, the little 30-second videos. So I've got 4 to show you today. And let's get started now. So number 1 is what to do if you're standing for a long period of time. Maybe you're in a network meeting and you have to stand for 2 or 3 hours, meeting and greeting, talking to people. Maybe you have to stand waiting in a long line. Whatever the case may be, something you can do, and this is especially helpful if you are a condition 1, someone with a anterior pelvic tilt and a lordotic or inward curve in your lower back, especially if you have lower back pain, is just to do some standing gluteal contractions. So you want to make sure your feet are about 6 inches apart, pointed straight ahead, and then you just squeeze and release your glute muscles. It's just about half your strength contraction, squeeze, release, about 1 every other second. They're really easy to do. You can do them anywhere. You'd be amazed at how many videos that I've recorded and you don't see what's going on below. I'm probably squeezing my butt. So, and they're really good at obviously engaging the gluteal muscles, which are major stabilizers of your hip joints, and then will help stabilize everything above and below. So those are standing gluteal contractions. The next one I want to show you is the counter stretch, and this is really good for if you've been sitting for a long period of time. So maybe you've been on a road trip. Or maybe, I know something that this really saved me from was I was at a Tony Robbins seminar, and if you've ever been to one of his or something like it, you know, it's fully immersive education. We were there for, you know, sometimes 20, what seemed like 20 hours is probably more like 18 hours, and sitting and sitting and sitting. And during the breaks, I'd get up and the counter stretch would really save me. So if you're in seminars, having to drive a lot, or maybe you're a student or you just have a desk job and you have to sit a lot, this is great to take a break about every 30 to 60 minutes and do 1 to 2 minutes of counter stretch. So you just find something about counter height. You definitely want above shoulder height. It could be a few inches lower though, like this. Put your hands about shoulder width apart, back up. You want your feet again 6 inches apart, pointed straight ahead, and then you contract your thigh muscles and you put an arch in your lower back, and you let that arch extend to your mid, and then finally upper back, and just let your upper body drop through your arms. So again, you want to make sure your thighs are nice and tight, and this really just extends your entire spine, and just really feels amazing. So you can give that one a try. All right, on to the third one. Go ahead and follow me into the kitchen. Now, this is a really good one, especially if you're in condition 3. So opposite of condition 1, who usually has the anterior pelvic tilt, this is someone, especially if you have a posterior pelvic tilt, basically like no butt, flat lower back. A lot of times I hear people say, I do the exercise, feel great. 1 or 2 activities that usually still hurt them is either standing to wash dishes, or for men, standing in front of a mirror and shaving. They'll still say, I get some of this lower back pain. Or, like I said, washing dishes. So here's something you can do. Imagine I'm washing dishes. Well, if I'm bent over like this a lot for a certain amount of time, and it starts pulling on my lower back, and my lower back is already in that condition 3, that flexed forward position, something you can do to take your body out of that position and into a better position is stand with your feet pigeon-toed. So I'll go this way so you can see it better. So my feet are turned in about anywhere from 30 to 45 degrees, and then tighten your thighs. And what you'll see is if you look at the middle of my body, standing normal, right now I have a pretty normal curvature, but if I pigeon toe and tighten my thighs, notice how it kicks my butt out and puts this lordotic curve in my lower back. So now I can, reach the dishes, or if I'm shaving, and this is going to give me a much more stable base for my spine to sit on, as well as my shoulder girdle and the whole rest of my body to operate from. So you can stand like this, This is also good for if you have to stand for long periods of time and you're a condition 3 person. Just to take you out of that flexion, you can also stand pigeon-toed. And you can stay like this for 2, 3, I would say 5. I've even done it 10 minutes, but I'd say about 5 minutes, probably most people's limit to stand like that. All right? So give that a try. And then I'll show you one more in the bathroom. Nothing weird. All right. So we'll go in. Now, I know that most of you are probably not brushing your teeth for as long as you're supposed to, just because most people don't, right? If you talk to a dentist or a dental hygienist assistant, which my sister is, you know, they'll tell you you're supposed to brush for at least 2 minutes when you go to brush. And I've been guilty of this where I maybe only brush for 30 or 45 seconds because I'm in a hurry. Well, something you can do to make sure you brush for 2 minutes while simultaneously improving your postural alignment and your lower body strength is to do it while being in the air bench position. For those of you that know this position, it's very infamous. You basically go down into a squat against the wall. So you want your hips at 90 degrees and your knees open a little bit more. So your ankles are slightly in front of your knees. And then you just push your lower back into the wall. You set your timer, you brush for 2 minutes, and it gives you something to focus on, the brushing, rather than the burning lactic acid building up in your thighs and your glutes and everything, because as I'm sure you're well aware, either by looking at me do this or by doing it yourself, this is a tough exercise. All right? So then done brushing your teeth, go and put your toothbrush back, and you're done. All right? So anyways, those are 4 of my favorite postural alignment therapy tidbits. There's definitely more to come, but if you can think of any that you practice in your day-to-day life, I'd like to hear about. I'd like to hear about them, and I know everybody else would, in the comment section below. All right. So thank you for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you inside the next video. Until then, take care and keep moving.